The courtroom was heavy with tension, whispers filling the air as a critical hearing was about to commence. Among the attendees sat Angela Carter, poised and resolute, carrying an air of quiet authority. What few knew was that Angela had recently been appointed as the city's first black female police chief, a groundbreaking milestone in a department long criticized for bias. As the hearing unfolded, Officer Mark Reynolds, known for his brash attitude and history of racial prejudice, confronted Angela unexpectedly. His words were sharp, laced with disdain and disrespect, aiming to undermine her presence and authority. The courtroom fell silent, shocked by the blatant aggression in such a formal setting. But Angela remained composed, meeting his hostility with unwavering calm and strength. Little did Reynolds realize that the woman he was attacking was now his superior, the very leader tasked with reforming the department he embodied. This moment marked the beginning of a profound reckoning within the police force, setting the stage for accountability and change. Angela's response became a powerful symbol of resilience, leadership, and the challenge to dismantle systemic racism from within. The confrontation between Officer Reynolds and Chief Carter sent ripples through the courthouse and beyond. News of the incident quickly spread through media outlets and social platforms, capturing national attention. Angela's measured response, assertive yet dignified, earned widespread praise for her professionalism under pressure. Within the police department, reactions were mixed. Some officers bristled at her authority, while others saw her as a beacon of much-needed change. Chief Carter immediately convened meetings with senior officials to address the deep-seated issues exposed by Reynolds' outburst. She emphasized a zero-tolerance policy for discrimination, abuse, and insubordination within the ranks. Training programs were overhauled to focus on cultural competency, implicit bias, and community-oriented policing. Reynolds faced internal investigations that uncovered a pattern of misconduct and prejudice dating back years. The department took decisive action, suspending Reynolds pending disciplinary hearings and recommending retraining or dismissal. Angela's leadership inspired officers committed to reform and galvanized community support. Her vision was clear, a police force built on respect, accountability, and partnership with the community. Despite challenges, she remained steadfast, embodying the change she demanded. Chief Carter understood that changing the culture of a deeply rooted institution required more than policy shifts. It demanded building trust with the community. She launched outreach programs, hosting town halls and listening sessions where residents could voice concerns directly to police leadership. Angela emphasized transparency, promising regular updates on reform progress and disciplinary actions. Her personal story, rising through the ranks despite obstacles and prejudice, resonated with many, inspiring hope and confidence. Community leaders, activists, and local officials rallied behind her vision, forming coalitions to support systemic change. The ring on her finger, a symbol of her commitment and heritage, became emblematic of a new era for the police force. Under her guidance, officers received training in de-escalation tactics, mental health awareness, and anti-bias education. Recruitment efforts prioritized diversity, aiming to create a force reflective of the city's population. Chief Carter also worked to establish an independent civilian oversight board, ensuring community voices held weight in accountability processes. Though resistance persisted, the momentum for change was undeniable, propelled by Angela's leadership and the community's demands. Her courage in facing down Officer Reynolds' attack was a pivotal moment, showing that injustice would no longer be tolerated. And as reforms unfolded, the city began to witness a transformation toward a more just, respectful, and effective police department. Angela Carter's commitment to reform extended beyond policies. She prioritized the well-being of both officers and the community. Recognizing the emotional toll of policing and systemic mistrust, she advocated for mental health resources and support services. Programs were implemented to provide counseling, stress management, and conflict resolution training for officers. Simultaneously, community initiatives promoted healing, dialogue, and cooperation, fostering mutual understanding. Chief Carter's leadership emphasized the human side of policing, bridging divides that years of mistrust had deepened. Her efforts included partnerships with schools, churches, and local organizations to build a culture of respect and shared responsibility. The ring she wore symbolized her personal strength and the legacy of perseverance she carried. Despite facing opposition from some within the force resistant to change, Angela remained resolute. Her vision was a police department where justice, dignity, and accountability were not just ideals, but daily realities. Her story inspired many officers to reevaluate their roles and commit to serving with integrity and fairness. The city slowly but surely began to heal, guided by the example and determination of its new police chief. Angela Carter's journey from courtroom confrontation to transformative leadership became a powerful testament to resilience and hope. And as the department evolved, so too did the community's trust and partnership, building a foundation for lasting change. Chief Carter recognized the importance of mentoring the next generation of law enforcement officers. She established leadership development programs aimed at nurturing diverse talent committed to ethical policing. Through these programs, young officers learn not only technical skills, but also the values of empathy, accountability, and community engagement. Angela personally mentored many cadets, sharing her experiences and encouraging them to become agents of positive change. The ring on her finger served as a symbol of heritage, strength, and responsibility passed down through generations. Her vision was to cultivate a police force that reflected the community's diversity and upheld the highest standards of justice. She worked tirelessly to create pathways for women and minorities to advance within the department, breaking barriers that had long existed. These efforts helped shift the culture from within, fostering an environment where all officers felt valued and empowered to serve honorably. The city began to see the impact: improved relations, reduced complaints, and a renewed sense of safety. Angela's story inspired hope that transformation was possible even in institutions resistant to change. Her leadership embodied the power of perseverance, courage, and inclusive vision. As she continued to lead, Chief Carter remained committed to the ongoing work of reform and community building, and her journey stood as a beacon, showing that true change starts with brave, principled leadership. Chief Carter also prioritized technology and data-driven approaches to enhance policing transparency and effectiveness. She spearheaded initiatives to implement body-worn cameras across the department, ensuring interactions were recorded and accountable. Data analytics were used to identify patterns of misconduct, enabling targeted interventions and resource allocation. Angela advocated for public access to certain policing data, fostering trust through openness. The ring on her finger symbolized her dedication to integrity and innovation in service of justice. Her approach combined modern tools with community values, bridging tradition and progress. She invested in training officers to use technology ethically and effectively, balancing privacy concerns with accountability needs. The city's crime rates began to decline as community cooperation increased under this transparent system. Public confidence in the police rose, marked by greater willingness to report crimes and collaborate with officers. Chief Carter's leadership demonstrated how embracing innovation can support equitable and effective policing. Her story showed that reform is multifaceted, requiring courage, vision, and adaptability. As she continued her work, Angela remained a steadfast advocate for justice, transparency, and partnership. And the city moved forward, inspired by a police chief who embodied change in action. Recognizing the importance of community voices in shaping policing, Chief Carter created forums for regular dialogue between residents and officers. These gatherings provided spaces for honest conversations, airing grievances, and collaborative problem-solving. Angela believed that trust was built through transparency and consistent engagement, not just policy changes. She encouraged officers to participate in community events beyond their patrol duties, fostering relationships rooted in mutual respect. The ring on her finger symbolized a bond, not just to her own journey, but to the community she served. Through listening and learning, the police department began to shed its image as an adversary and become a partner. Community leaders praised these efforts as essential to healing and long-term reform. The forums became platforms for innovation, where new ideas and feedback shaped departmental priorities. Angela's leadership style, approachable yet firm, helped bridge divides that had long seemed unbridgeable. Her story inspired a new generation of leaders dedicated to equitable policing and community empowerment. As the department evolved, so did the city's sense of safety, unity, and hope. Chief Carter's journey was a testament to the power of courageous leadership and open dialogue. And as she looked forward, Angela remained dedicated to building a police force worthy of the trust it sought to earn. Chief Carter's leadership also brought a renewed focus on accountability and discipline within the police force. She strengthened internal affairs, ensuring investigations into misconduct were thorough, unbiased, and timely. Angela implemented clear consequences for violations, signaling that no officer was above the law or department standards. She championed whistleblower protections, encouraging officers to report unethical behavior without fear of retaliation. The ring on her finger symbolized justice, firm, fair, and unwavering. These reforms helped rebuild community confidence, demonstrating that the department was serious about reform. Public trust grew as transparency increased, and misconduct cases were handled with integrity. Angela's commitment to accountability became a cornerstone of her tenure, reshaping the department's culture. Her story inspired officers and citizens alike to demand higher standards and mutual respect. Though challenges remained, her firm stance fostered a safer, more just environment for all. Chief Carter's journey showed that leadership grounded in principle and courage can transform institutions. As she continued to serve, Angela remained a symbol of hope and a beacon for equitable policing. The city moved toward a future where respect and justice were the foundation of every interaction. In response to the challenges faced by women in law enforcement, Chief Carter prioritized creating supportive environments for female officers. She established mentorship programs, professional development workshops, and policies addressing gender bias and harassment. Angela's own journey as a Black woman breaking barriers gave her unique insight into these struggles. Her leadership empowered many women to pursue and excel in policing careers. The ring on her finger symbolized the strength and resilience needed to overcome obstacles. She championed diversity not only in race but also in gender, fostering an inclusive culture. These initiatives helped retain talented officers and enriched the department's ability to serve diverse communities. Angela's story inspired countless women to aspire to leadership roles within law enforcement. Her commitment to equity extended beyond policy, shaping attitudes and opening doors. The city began to see a more balanced and representative police force. Chief Carter's leadership proved that inclusive environments lead to stronger, more effective institutions. As she looked to the future, Angela remained dedicated to advancing opportunity and justice for all officers. Her legacy was one of empowerment, breaking ceilings, and building bridges. And as the department grew more diverse, it moved closer to fulfilling its mission of fair and compassionate policing. Chief Carter understood that systemic reform required a strong partnership with local schools and youth programs. She launched initiatives aimed at educating young people about their rights, the role of police, and ways to build positive community relationships. Programs included mentorship, career exploration, and conflict resolution workshops designed to empower youth and reduce tensions. Angela believed that investing in the next generation was essential to breaking cycles of mistrust and violence. The ring on her finger symbolized hope, hope for a future where young people could thrive in safe, supportive environments. Her efforts fostered mutual understanding and respect between officers and youth, building foundations for long-term change. Community organizations partnered with the police department to create safe spaces and constructive activities for young people. These collaborations helped reduce juvenile crime and increase community engagement. Angela's leadership inspired a culture shift, encouraging officers to see youth as allies, not adversaries. Her story became a beacon for youth empowerment and equitable policing. As programs expanded, the city witnessed growing trust and optimism among its youngest residents. Chief Carter remained dedicated to nurturing these relationships, knowing they were key to lasting reform. And as the city embraced these changes, Angela's vision of justice rooted in community continued to unfold. Chief Carter's reform efforts extended to rebuilding the department's relationship with minority communities historically marginalized and mistreated by law enforcement. She initiated listening tours, visiting neighborhoods and community centers to hear directly from residents about their concerns and hopes. Angela ensured that the department's policies reflected the needs and voices of these communities, promoting equity and respect. The ring on her finger served as a constant reminder of the resilience required to bridge divides and build trust. She worked closely with faith leaders, activists, and local organizations to co-create safety plans and community policing strategies. These collaborations led to innovative programs addressing crime prevention through social support, education, and economic development. Chief Carter's leadership helped transform the police from an institution of fear into one of partnership and protection. Her story inspired officers and civilians alike to believe in the possibility of genuine reconciliation. While challenges remained, progress was undeniable, fueled by her steadfast commitment and inclusive approach. The city slowly healed from wounds long inflicted by systemic injustice, growing stronger in unity and resolve. Angela's journey showed that leadership rooted in empathy and action can rewrite narratives and reshape institutions. As she continued to serve, Chief Carter remained a beacon of hope, guiding her city toward a just and equitable future. Chief Carter also focused on enhancing transparency within the police department to restore public trust. She implemented open data policies, allowing community members to access crime statistics, complaint records, and disciplinary actions. Regular public reports and town hall meetings ensured accountability and fostered ongoing dialogue. Angela believed transparency was fundamental to democracy and essential for meaningful reform. The ring on her finger symbolized a promise to uphold these principles and serve with integrity. Her initiatives empowered citizens to stay informed and engaged, breaking down barriers of secrecy. The department introduced independent review panels to oversee investigations and disciplinary processes. These panels included community representatives, ensuring diverse perspectives and accountability. Chief Carter's dedication to openness set a new standard for law enforcement agencies nationwide. Her leadership inspired similar reforms in other cities grappling with trust issues. Though transparency posed challenges, Angela remained resolute, knowing it was key to lasting change. Her story became a testament to the power of honesty and collaboration in rebuilding institutions. As she looked ahead, Chief Carter continued to champion transparency as the cornerstone of justice, and the city moved forward, hopeful and united under her steady guidance. Chief Carter's vision extended to fostering innovation within the police force, embracing new technologies to enhance safety and accountability. She oversaw the integration of body-worn cameras, real-time data sharing, and non-lethal tools designed to reduce harm during confrontations. Training emphasized ethical use of technology, privacy considerations, and community impact. Angela's ring, a symbol of resilience, reminded her and the department of the responsibility that comes with power. Her initiatives also included predictive policing models that prioritize transparency and community input. By leveraging technology thoughtfully, the department improved response times and accuracy while minimizing bias.